Hello once again. It's your boy doesn't like being back on his first day at work here. And yeah, real talk, I was back in work for like my first full day today, and oh god, get me back home being a bum already. Quite happy being a stay-at-home hero, honestly. But real talk, the novelty wore off pretty quickly of being back in work after being off for 4 months. But I thought I would give this one a quick recording. So a lot of these battles were done either during work or just kind of on the fly as well. And we're up against Guiarw, and he only had one GL. He's basically bang on the point of just having the requirements for Sith Eternal Emperor as well. So I thought I wouldn't set a Galactic Legend. I thought, we'll just have a straight up fist fight. The dude has never made Kyber either, so I don't kind of really want to be playing full defense, full kind of FU and just blocking him out. So we're going to have a fair fight of it, and he did really well actually on the first territory. Got through CLS fine. And so far the season, so I didn't record last week. Last week was obviously my last week off work, so just kind of used it for a bit of family time and just relaxing before going back to work as well. Did a few little videos, but nothing fairly interesting. I've got a really, really good one that I'm sort of prepping and working on for the start of the light side territory battles. So yeah, that is going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully it will help a lot of you out as well if you are struggling on it. So that's a quick, very, very quick channel update as well. And also toying with the idea of like channel memberships as well. So if you guys want anything, legitimately, I don't have much that I can offer you in terms of, like private streaming or gaming with me, etc. But it might just be a nice chance if you do want to support the channel. YouTube has offered me up the access to do the join button where people and viewers can just just donate £3 a month it is, and it just goes to help making videos and making a bit of time for them as well and making them worthwhile. So yeah, again, toying with the idea on that. But if there is anything like unique Discord roles that you want, or whatever it is, a private Discord channel or something like that, then obviously let me know, and I'll take that into consideration as well. Anyway, going back to the fights here, probably should commentate on the fights. Speak Kylo, yeah, this is fairly dangerous. He's hitting pretty hard. I did not expect him to place Kylo Ren on defense at all. As I say, it was more a case of just keeping my GLs just so he wasn't like locked out of them, basically. So yeah, Jedi Master Luke had a pretty rough time, but he's the hardest counter I'm going to get. GL fight where it's 53 banners, I'm fine with that, honestly. Decent trade-off. So yeah, just hopping in and out of battles sort of during work anyway. Want to clear this first territory. And an interesting bounty hunter team. It's probably one of the more interesting lineups, in honesty, especially in 3v3. Talking to 3v3 as well, I have got Count Dooku to Gear 13, and that's going to be a bit more 3v3 focused, especially on the defense side, because I think he actually shines on 3v3. I think he's a much better 3v3 character than he is 5v5. His kit is horrendously outdated. But I did get Dooku to Relic 0, as in Gear 13. And we're quickly motoring on with the Sith Eternal Emperor requirements, just farming up some Relic mats at the moment. Here, I felt like I have to deal with the guy fairly quick. Kind of want to stun IG there. Don't really want to get help behind the taunt, but unfortunately, there's literally no way of getting Newt not to take that turn and recover banners and things like that. So I'll take the L on that. I'll take the win, but I'll take the one banner lost. We also have news from the channel, news from Lycol. The second episode is ready, and that episode will be uploaded tomorrow night. So that is dealing with Gas and 501st. So that should be a lot of fun. I'm going to watch that one tonight, and yeah, that'll be pretty cool as well. So look out for that one tomorrow night. So always does a fantastic job for the channel. Properly selfless guy as well. So absolutely looking forward to hearing your guys' reactions to that. genuinely puts an amazing show on each and every time he does a video with us or for us. So yeah, looking forward to that, definitely. So this one I felt like Shaq T, okay, so here's where I am in the season so far. So I'm 5-1, did lose a battle last time. As I said, I'm not going to be a meta tryhard. And actually, round 3, I kind of nearly got sucked into it. We were up against like a top 50 player, and he had like 750k lifetime banners. And that was the one we lost, but by the narrowest of margins, and it was utterly winnable as well. So, as I said, I'm not going to get too caught up on them. Honestly, he deserved to win because he lost. I got trapped out by a Commander Luke Skywalker team and 3PO and Chewie. His mods were absolutely amazing. So it was a case of, he basically beat me on the mods. My hard counters turned into soft counters. But it was very, very winnable. So, it was encouraging. It was very encouraging, as in like his mods were amazing. It shouldn't have even been close in honesty, but it was really, really close. So yeah, tried a few little things, and I'm more into. So where's this story going? So I'm more into the actual testing side of things at the moment, as opposed to just like going through the motions and counters and things like that. So hence fights like this, where Shaq T, can I race towards getting rid of Mando before contract goes off, etc., etc. So yeah, definitely. Like what I'm more interested in now is the actual testing aspect, rather than being a tryhard and rather than trying to win every single one. And I think it's probably a little bit boring in terms of watching the same old counters again and again. There will be some counters that we reuse just because they make good sense, but certainly going to be trying out a few more counters as well. And I think 3v3, if anything, it's a license to have some fun, and oh yeah, and let me know if you also are an OG and you remember the purest form of Grand Arena, which is just 5v5, no ships. I'll have some fleeting thoughts on ships, actually, when it comes to Malevolence, because I will get onto that later. But basically, Malevolence has been nerfed, and I really, really don't like it. I honestly don't like it. They absolutely did me over with the Basilisk Shan nerf, and now they've done this to Malevolence, which is my negotiator counter. So yeah, pretty cheesed off with that, I'll be honest. Okay, so he's actually cleared the board really well for 26-43. I set an okay defense, nothing like special, but he did really well against it. And I can't believe this guy, sorry, yawning, it's been a long day at work. So you forgive me for that one. Yawning on videos, I used to do that a lot because I used to record them so late at night, but and literally every single video like had a yawn in it or something like that. So yeah, the yawning will be back certainly while I'm back in work. But this guy did really well considering he never hit Kyber. I thought he performed like really well, was pretty efficient with banners, and as I said, this was what I was more interested in, is just straight up fight rather than kind of, just blocking him out and stuff like that. So yeah, let's deal with B1. There we go. Whittling him down. There we go. So that was probably the reason I chose that, was because that's the fight that usually loses the most banners, as opposed to anything else in there. So otherwise it would have been less 3 banners, I guess, like 51, 52 for Night Sisters. Okay, this one I don't really want to mess around with. I was kind of toying with, I mean, he's one-shot everything. Pretty cool the Bad Batch tag is in-game now. Been having a little play around with Hunter. Pretty cool character, actually. And it's actually fairly good. Not from a free-to-play perspective, but it actually looks a genuinely good team. And I've kind of put this out there. When you think that they've got all of stealth, and CG kind of made a point of saying that they, it doesn't really make sense to stealth the whole team, but they can't be countered. So that got me thinking, well, what's the team that probably counters the most? Well, it's Rebels. And then with Hunter's kit being released, and it's a case of, you're talking about Confuse as well. Hang on a minute. There has got to be, the only thing that they need to work around is Han Solo's opening move. But other than that, I think there's potential there to become a real like rebel counter, and a very good one as well. So that'll be interesting, and it's a pretty cool character. Looks like it works nice with not Galactic Republic, with clones, with other clones, etc. So yeah, it looks like it's good, you know. This guy's doing a number on my fives, honestly. My fives isn't very well modded. He's still modded actually from like the cheese gas fives and chewy cheese. So he doesn't have a huge amount of health and protection. Do need to remod him. And Geos, I think 2-man is fine. I think Vader does the job. Again, not a huge amount of commentary on this video. It's just going to be ramblings of a tired guy who's had his first day in work, honestly. But hopefully you get the gist of it. And yeah, genuinely, I don't feel like this is too much of a threat. You probably are at risk a little bit when they're Gear 13 of like losing a few banners from counterattacks. Definitely don't solo it. I've seen two people, a guy who's in my same division in the GA Center that the Escape Podcast guys do. He tried that this week. It failed, a solo Vader against Geos. And Army Hutchings, good friend of the channel, he also failed a Vader solo as well. So reason I don't really solo it is because, it's prone to risks, I guess. Okay, so this one I do quite like. I really do have a soft spot for this team. It hits hard. It does pretty well as well. Like, you look at that damage. Like, honestly, it's a nice little team, and it does ban as well. So there we go. Job done, 54, on to the next. So a little bit of a speed round. I kind of got this done quite quickly, actually. Didn't do too much thinking about it. Didn't really check that many mods, but this one feels safe with bounty hunters, honestly. The speeds aren't terrifying. So yeah, bounty hunters it is. Pretty surefire counter. If you haven't got a relic Django yet, go get one because he's absolutely amazing. I think I can... took him out. There we go. Took her out, sorry. Let's work on that contract. Already at 70%. We'll be getting that contract pretty soon. Stun. Yeah, they've got the extra potency from Talzin lead, which is... And Django is horrendously bad at tenacity, so... There's a contract, though. Let's see if we can get full banners from this. Should be able to. Let's work down a Sarge now. And yeah. Oh, there we go. Died to, I think that was probably burning. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, pretty much in the UK where we are at the moment, everything is opening up again. I hear Europe is finding it hard with COVID, or there's like more waves and stuff. So if you are in Europe at the moment, obviously best wishes to you, or if you're about to head into another lockdown, because I know I joked about it at the start of the video, but it's not nice, honestly. You know, being stuck in your home and things like that, it really isn't nice, especially if you're on your own and things. It can be quite hard, and it is, you know, isolation is a legitimate thing as well. So the reason, the thinking behind this one was attacks out of turn, basically. So Padme was the go-to play for this one. Pardon me. And this team actually performed better than I thought it would, as in the Basti team. Like, for 14 stacks, that didn't really make a dent. I mean, Padme teams are pretty bad on banners anyway, but... yeah, I forgot about buff immunity there. But you can see they take a lot of turns, and this is a Padme team. This is meant to be a good team, you know. But yeah, luckily, attacks out of turn, don't really do anything. Get rid of her. There we go. And Ahsoka, big hit. We're able to tank it okay. Healing immunity, which is always good. Yeah, as I say, I usually jack my Anakin's got about 110% potency, so there isn't many debuffs that he's not landing. But yeah, an interesting little team. I actually really liked it. Probably a little bit expensive with Hermit Yoda in there, but if you're not using him elsewhere, get him used, get him done. And that was actually a legit nice team as well. Okay, 2 teams left. We've got plenty to counter it. So it's just going to be banner efficiency here. I do have a first order feat. I think you've got to kill 6 people with troopers. Well, first order troopers or whatever it is. So yeah, took advantage of that. Opening move, don't really want to swap. Turn meter 21. Sith trooper hits so hard, he'd probably stun here to try and save the AoE. But yeah, he just hits so hard, He makes average, good teams look mortal, Bit of counter there, but that's not too bad. Don't mind that. Yes, First Order Stormtrooper is such a good tank, though. And status effects are going to be our friend here. So every time we gain or lose, I think it is a status effect, it's going to heal up crew anyway. I think it heals up the others. I can't remember. But yeah, there we go. It's 53. That's all right. But that worked better than I thought anyway. So I had leftover first order, so definitely wanted to try that and maybe chase the feet a little bit as well. And I think here, just go for a surefire win and a decent banner win as well. The guy scored very, very well, actually. Interesting lineup again with Kira. I think at Relics, this is much better squad and saves Mando for offense, possibly. But yeah, I actually quite like this. But Mando in there probably is the choice. But it's not a bad little team if you're working on the Beskar requirements, etc. And it was an interesting use of this team, actually. So I've not seen this team before. The dude had some pretty legit defense. This one was nice. I sort of had to think about. Well, I didn't have to think about it too much because I had done Revan left. But if I didn't, that takes a little bit of thinking. Okay, and ships wise, what have we got up here? Okay, so we've got Thrawn and we've got Akbar. Okay, this brings me on to what I was saying about Malevolence getting a buff. So apparently, when this came out, Vulture droids are meant to assist 70% of the time, but they assisted 100% of the time, which was fine. And this, going back to what they were saying about Basti, it wasn't quite working as it was worded. And with this one, it really annoys me because this is the counter with Malevolence to Negotiator is fairly solid, and there's things that can go wrong, but I'd say it's considered a hard counter, but you've still got to play it right, and you can still very easily lose. So that's why I'm kind of hesitant to say it's a hard counter, because it feels almost like a soft counter at times as well. But you'll see in this fight that there are hardly any. So whereas it was assisting 100% of the time, it's now assisting 70% of the time. And having a talk with a few other people, Calvin Awesome was one of them, and he was saying that what he thinks is that the Razor Crest, basically this team beats it too easily, and they've basically had to initiate the nerf. So maybe on defense, I don't know, but basically it annoys me. I think Razor Crest will beat everything on offense. I genuinely think when something new comes in, they're not going to leave it up to chance. But yeah, it's certainly annoying. I will give it that, because an extra assist can make or break a counter against Negotiator. So yeah, during the course of this fight, there isn't a huge amount of assists. It feels like it anyway. I say that during a portion of the battle where there were no assists, so, take it with a pinch of salt. But I am pretty salty, talking of salt, I am pretty salty about the rework to Malevolence. It just annoys me. It works fine. It's worked fine for the last 18 months to 2 years. just put a line or just fix the new ship that's coming in. So if Razor Crest does get beat too easily or doesn't beat it, put another line of text in, add another ability, put something like other ships cannot assist when attacking this ship. Don't break what everyone knows so well for 2 years, in my honest opinion, because it affects all sorts of other stuff as well. So yeah, this fight, it did true. I had noticed in Arena that it wasn't assisting as much, but I kind of didn't pay it any mind. I thought, oh, maybe they were dazed or whatever, but without really checking. But yeah, it could spell bad news for it. But the good news is, obviously, if Razor Crest means that it's a hard counter to Negotiator, I'm fine with that as well. I don't mind that, as long as it is. But I have a feeling, I do have a feeling that it is going to be to do with the new ship or ships that are coming in anyway. So that's my thoughts on that. And I don't like it. I honestly don't like it. Okay, here we go. Finishing up, wrapping it up. Quick fire. And hopefully it's some okay banners. I very much doubt it, though. Oh, God, come on. Just let me finish already. Come on. Okay. Dodge. Come on. Okay, there we go. Right, so 59. I've got a feeling these banners are going to get a lot worse with Malevolence. So you might end up finding that Malevolence goes on defense. I don't know. As in the general. Because if it's genuinely bad banners, you'll probably have people using Rebels for offense. Maybe to counter Negotiator. It can be a little bit risky. But you really do have to have like amazing Rebels to do that. And Malevolence, if it's not a hard counter, it's going on defense. Again, it's probably a risk. I need to try it out in Arena just to see the viability of it still. Here, I think I get rid of crew. That's bad news. I think I've got to push back turn meters and do some actual damage here. And I've got target lock on both of those. So there it is. Yeah, there goes Ahsoka and there go the banners. So I've got two choices here. I can either bring in Plo Koon or I can bring in 5s here just to kind of make sure of it. And I think I want to end this fight early, honestly. Get rid of Vader. Nice. And get rid of TIE Bomber. There we go. So that's that one. Banner-wise, how are we looking? We are at 26.64 to 26.43. So that is a win in round one. Hopefully you've all enjoyed. This has been a little bit of a tired recording. But as I said, it's back to work and back to work in the morning as well. Hope you've all enjoyed. I'll see you all next time. Cheers, guys.